Is porn an addiction? I didn't think so. No, really. I had no idea porn was an addiction. But then again, I hadn't really thought about it either. Porn is an addiction, and what's even worse is when you're single and not married. But then again, married people will argue that it's even worse when you're married because you're still addicted to porn. Just because you got married doesn't mean the porn addiction is gone. Now, I have taken some action against this. I put a porn blocker on my computer. I got rid of my smartphone. Now, does that sound extreme to you? Matthew 5:30 says, "And if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. For it is better that you lose one of your members than your whole body go into hell." Now, back when I was a Christian atheist, not really a Christian, if you need to know more about Christian atheism, I'll link you to an article about it in the description. But back when I was a Christian atheist, I didn't really think much of porn. I thought of it as normal. You know, everyone does it. And even though I now know about porn being an addiction and a problem, it's true. Everyone really does it. No one ever condemned it except for my parents. Church never talked about it. It was either taboo or they just didn't know it was really an issue. Now, porn was introduced to me way back in 6th grade. Early 6th grade. At lunchtime, this kid brought a magazine from home that his dad had. And as you might have guessed, it was a porn magazine. Now, I knew nothing about it at the time. I didn't know. In 6th grade, it was 2001. So the internet was not so what it is today. Let's put it that way. Anyways, he showed us these images at lunch, and I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, ugh, that's disgusting. But it did get in my brain, and I did end up going home and Googling naked women. Now, understandably so, my parents were upset to find out that their 12-year-old son now knew way more than they ever expected him to. For the time being, this issue really didn't crop up again until high school. In high school, I would get home before anyone else. High school was the first school to get out. Middle school and elementary school got out later, which is where my brother and sister were at the time. And my parents were working. So I'd get home first, and I'd jump on the computer. Not my computer, mind you. We had a different computer for the parents that didn't have any blockers, and I knew how to get on it. And that's where I'd go for my porn addiction. They figured it out. I mean, you can clear the history all you want, but parents have a way of figuring stuff out. They always do. So once again, the issue went away. Not by choice, but because I didn't have any options. That is, until I moved out. Once I moved out, I would look at it daily. Multiple times a day. Once again, realizing this isn't even an issue. I didn't know if it was an issue. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, this is normal, this is cool, I like it. In retrospect, I now realize how it caused me to treat women differently than I had before I really had this addiction. Women were not really equal in my mind. They were more treated like a piece of meat. As terrible as that sounds, it's true. You just don't look at women the same when you've viewed a lot of porn. It did take me dating this one woman, and she did reveal to me that porn is a sin. Shocker to me, I had no idea. You would think at the age of 23 that I would have known, but I didn't care. Now at the time, I was just like, ugh, she's trying to ruin my life. Like, porn's cool, you know? Porn's super cool, that's what I thought. In the long run, we ended up breaking up due to trust issues, and part of those trust issues were me looking at porn, being addicted. Now that really sucks to admit, but I'm sure a lot of other males, many that you know, if not you, and females indeed as well, are addicted to porn. And they don't think anything of it. They think it's normal. It's almost like, for a comparison point, imagine being addicted to porn is like being in the Matrix. Kind of a dated reference, but you know what I'm talking about. So you're addicted to porn, you're in the Matrix, but you don't know you're in the Matrix. And then, when you find out you've been in the Matrix the entire time, you're like, oh, why was I ever there? There's the real world out here. I should be here. The Matrix isn't even real. That's almost like, that is porn. That's basically porn. The Matrix is porn. That's, misquote me, go ahead. To sum this all up, porn is an addiction. It will cause many issues in your life. It also affects anyone who looks at it, and it affects people who are in relationships with people who are addicted to it. You can deny it all you want, but just because you deny the truth doesn't mean it's not the truth anymore. Now, if you do end up sometime later, or maybe now, decide that you want to stop yourself from looking at this stuff, I do highly recommend Covenant Eyes on your computer. Net Nanny on the smartphones is really great. And in both accounts, you can have an accountability partner, someone who gets email reports of what you're doing on the internet. I suggest you pick someone who will keep you accountable. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. God bless you, geeks.